I truly believe that art is created from the larger environment, from the larger community. It's never just an artist in isolation creating something on their own and being a genius. You truly have to be part of a community and part of a neighborhood, something bigger than yourself. And having the opportunity to live in India and collaborate with Indian artists for 9 months or more can't help but change your practice and change your life. My project as an AIIS fellow was to study North Indian, Hindustani, evening and night ragas and compose a series of nocturnes exploring the North Indian concept of night music and finding ways to combine that with American concepts of night music and European classical concepts of night music. The project idea came from this idea of the nocturne from Chopin and his piano solos, and this idea that you can communicate the night in such a specific way. And I've long been interested in North Indian time theory, which also has specific ideas on how to communicate the nighttime. My time in Calcutta was a really amazing experience, really dynamic. I collaborated with lots of musicians in the underground creative music scene. It was a community of people who were creating music not from an academic place but from a place of necessity. I found people in Calcutta who were exploring ways to intersect music from different cultures, and they were just hungry for creativity and hungry to learn anything that they could. I premiered my first piece of graphic notation, which is an approach to composing music that doesn't use traditional Western notation, but instead allows you to invent your own symbols. So that's where gestures came out of it. The whole piece is centered around the actual tones and sounds that the tabla makes. And so for me personally, this is a huge step towards my goal of finding a way to deal with jazz and Indian music from the perspective of sound and their aesthetics, and create something that is a hybrid that has its own identity. I did a number of outreach programs. I worked with the Matheson School, which is a school for orphans, and I did a Hindustani recital for them and then did workshops with the students themselves. That was a really fun, unique experience, just to bring the music to them rather than only performing for people who have the means to go to a nightclub. These art fellowships are important because they allow artists from the United States to have a genuinely authentic experience with Indian culture, Indian arts, and the Indian environment. AIIS's support, it's hard to put into words how important it is. For me as a freelance musician, I've often had to work and struggle every step of the way, and this fellowship was my first experience as an artist where I had the freedom to focus entirely on my art practice. And that freedom really gave me the space needed to change my sound, to change the way I conceive of music, to usher in a new phase in my work, and to take my practice to another level.